Hello, beautiful humans of the internet. My name is Nadine Lee, and I am the founder of Tantric Alchemy, uh, Tantric embodiment mentor, and author of best-selling book Sex Priestess. So today I want to talk to the men. There are actually a lot more of you men here on my channel than women. So I love creating content for you, and it's a huge part of the work that I do. You know, a lot of my work is with women, but I also do a lot of work with men. I take on one or two one-on-one VIP clients, male clients a year, and I have a couple of online programs already for men, pre-recorded, and also live programs, of which I have one coming up this month called Initiating Her. It's all about mastering your sex and elevating her pleasure. So, in light of that, today I'm going to be talking to you about containment, how to create containment for your woman in order for her to open. And you know, we hear this term being thrown around a lot in these intimacy spaces, in the relationship space, for the masculine being the, you know, that container, the containment of the feminine. And it's a very good reason that it is being thrown around in these spaces, because it is a really important aspect of the lover archetype. So for me, I support men in the lover archetype. So I'm not coaching men on how to be men. There's a lot of men's work out there for that. But there comes a time in a man's journey, I believe, where they have to explore the lover archetype. And this really requires the initiation of a woman, of a priestess. And it's often better to have this initiation not with a partner. So you can kind of be prepared for when you go into relationship with a woman. So she's not having to kind of teach you. So the online mentorships that I create and also in-person work that I do with men are really about this, is really giving you entrainments and techniques and practices and tools in order to really step into your lover archetype. So I just want to be clear on that. So let's look at containment. So what is this? So if you think of, you know, the masculine and feminine energies in terms of beyond gender, if you see it as kind of like in nature, you see water flowing, a river flowing, and the rocks that are, you know, lining the riverbed, that is what's containing that water and like kind of directing the water flowing. Otherwise, without that containment of those rocks, the water's just going to kind of, you know, leak out and not have like a passageway to flow. And so this is really what is happening in terms of when a man and woman come together. It's like that feminine energetic is the water element. It's the water and earth, really. And then the masculine is that air and fire element. But you can kind of see it as like that masculine, what he brings. A woman wants to be with a man who brings masculine energy into her life. You know, without, like, if she's going to choose to be with a man, she wants to receive masculine qualities. And that quality of containment is a huge, huge quality that is so essential and so important to be kind of adding value to her life. And then it's like, you know, her emotional and her depths and her waters and eros, that's what brings value and adds like that dimension into your life. And it's like these two polar opposite energies that really get to work together in harmony and balance each other out. This is the whole point of tantric alchemy, is to balance each other out. And from those polarities, really create like a third energy. And through the sexual experience, like that's where the alchemy happens. But we need the two polar opposites that meet in the middle. So containing the feminine and there's a difference between containing and controlling, because some might see this as like, oh, I don't want to control, I don't want to be a controlling man and like telling her what to do, or, you know, restricting her freedom or whatever. And there's a fine line to this, because, the feminine is this like, it's this force, it's this eminent force, it's this explosive, creative, Shakti energy that kind of can't be contained in a way, but in the woman, it wants to feel some sense of direction, and like without that masculine groundedness and that presence of his energy, of your energy in her life, it can be kind of chaotic. So there's this, it's a double, it's a nuanced thing. It's like not so much where you're like squashing her and controlling her, and then not no containment, because she's just gonna feel like, there's no walls there, there's no boundaries for her to play in. And the feminine wants to feel that, like that boundary kind of to play within. And it's almost like when she feels that containment and that boundary to play within of your masculine frame, essentially, she actually blossoms more and more. And that's really that gift that that containment brings to her. It's like she can actually go deeper into herself when she feels safe in that holding of the masculine. It's almost like the analogy of like, a man building a stage. So he's like building the stage, and then she walks out onto the stage and she performs and brings the life, brings the beauty, brings the dance or the song. But without the stage, like where's she going to dance? Where's she going to sing? It's the same as like building a house. Like that masculine energetic is like building the house, creating the structures, creating the four walls. The feminine comes in. She's finally got somewhere where she can infuse her creativity into, her nurturing, and make it into a home. So it's like these containments actually create a space for her to blossom more and more and more. So it's not this control that we might see as distortion of that containment, or the shadow of containment. It's actually, when it's done right, is a beautiful way to like, elevate her even more. And this is what initiates her. So how to create this really requires you, I believe, as the man, to really traverse your primal body and really, really take that journey into your physical body. And with that, strengthening your nervous system. This is a key piece. So, a lot of men often live in their heads, and, it's like, it's just a natural place to live, is like, just being in the head, in the logic. And if you're not rooted in your lower centers, in your sex centers, as well as, your logic, then a woman's not going to feel very like safe in your energetic field. She needs to feel that like you have got this physical dimension covered. It's like she needs to feel like if there was a threat that came to the house, that you could actually, you're there, you're on, your primal body's activated, you could fight and defend her. So containment, I feel, is a byproduct of a man really elevating his consciousness, but also really dropping into his body, into the sex center, and really integrating that dark masculine energy. So this is something that we are going to be exploring inside of my next course, online course. It's a 3-day live online course for men called Initiating Her. So last month we did Initiating Him for the women. Now we're doing Initiating Her, which is a men's course, a men's sexuality course. And I'm going to be teaming up with my dear sister and international sexual healing practitioner, Kelsey Beth. She is going to be teaching alongside me. We're going to be co-creating this powerful 3-day event, online event, 3 live sessions with us where we really initiate you into that lover archetype. Because I really believe when a man is ready to explore his lover archetype, he has to come to the women. This is a practice that has been around for like millennia. The men would come to the ancient priestesses, the priestess temples, the tantric temples, and learn these lover arts from women. You don't learn how to make love to a woman from a man. You learn that from a woman. And so, this aspect of your masculine journey is what we're really wanting to invite you into, and are so excited to welcome you into this space and to have two women who both of us have 20 years experience in the fields of tantra, sexuality, BDSM, kink, somatics, trauma healing, the whole shebang. We are bringing a wealth of knowledge and experience, lived embodied experience with working with men over the past combined 20 years. And we are so excited. So, if you're feeling the call to really go deeper into your sexuality as a man and really elevate your relationships to women and to your sexuality, like that there's something deeper and you're just kind of like not sure what the next step is, then I really invite you to join us. This is 3 days. It's a pretty low investment, I would say, like for what it is. It's 3 days, kind of intro into this, but also very deep. And we would love to see you there. So I'm going to link all the information to that below. And yes, feel free to send me a message or a DM if you have any questions, and I'd love to see you. We start on the 31st of Jan.